Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Convo with Marlo. You know what I'm saying? Today I got two special guests with me here today. Who do I have the pleasure of being here with?
It's Omar from DoubleUp.Canada and Otto.
Otto from DoubleUp.Canada.
Big Otto, Big Omar. First and foremost, how you two feeling? What's going on?
We're doing pretty good,
Yeah, today's a good day off.
Day off. Okay. So before I start, where am I? Where we at? What's this location?
Right now we're at 9942 82 Ave. It's just at the end of White Ave. We have a store. It's just upstairs next to a grocery store.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that's how I gotta say. We're next to K&K Food Liner. Make sure you guys buzz in 106. We got all the best stuff right here.
Okay. Now tell me, like you already told me the names of who I have, but like what did you do before what you're currently doing right now? Were you into construction, behind a register? You know what I'm saying? What was going on?
So like me, I guess I have more of a background with reselling. When I first started, it's probably about 4 years ago. I started off selling like just any items like electronics and whatnot. And I kind of made my way to reselling as I got into hip hop culture and whatnot. I liked to listen to like a lot of rappers and whatnot, and I kind of picked up sneakers as I went, made some money with it, and made some good connections along the way. And that's kind of how I got to the place I am today.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think similar for me, we started high school. I wanted to work during COVID, but COVID kind of restricted all the workplaces and jobs. So I got into just flipping shoes, and I always had a passion for sneakers. I just wanted to flip shoes just to, get the shoes that I always wanted. But, now I slowly turned into a business, and I met Omar along the way just 3 years ago. We both started out, we grew together, kind of went from like kids with like 2-3 pairs of cakes to like now owning a store together, which, yeah, the super dreams come true. And yeah, it's big goals for us.
Now, when it comes to currently what you're doing, it's always like that one shoe that gets you started. What was the one shoe for both of y'all?
For me, it was probably like the Travis Scott Jordan 4s, like the Cactus Jack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty nice pair.
For me, it's like always the Off-White UNC. It's like just seeing that shoe for the first time and just being like, damn. And then you had to work like 40, 50 hours like checks just to get one pair of cakes. You're like, that's impossible. But yeah, with reselling, I think I just bought my pair around 2 years ago. So yeah, it's definitely, there's definitely like the shoe that got me into reselling.
Mm. Now, before you got the building that you got right now, I'm assuming like some other guys, did you start in your basement? Was it that type of thing? You had like a mini kiosk? How was the startup?
Yeah, so like prior to opening up our store, we were all selling on our own, and we kind of met each other like through like a group chat that we made, which is about 3 years ago. And we were just selling on Instagram and listing on Facebook and all those platforms and whatnot out of our parents' house. And well, as we went on, we started off a first store, which is originally called Meow Kicks.
Meow Kicks?
Meow Kicks.
I'll talk about that.
Yeah, it was like it's kind of like a family joke that we had around.
Yeah.
That we would say like, and then we just started like the Meow Cakes. It sounded catchy, and we just kind of went along with it. But we were kids in, I think, grade 11 in high school, so it was more like a summer pop up than a serious shop. But then yeah, like we both like he sold out of his dad's, and then he had like a little storage unit next to it. I was from my dad's basement, from my dad's office, so stuff like that. And yeah, we slowly had to move out just because like we were taking over the house, or like the space of the house just really wasn't enough to hold the inventory that we had. And yeah, we just had to like get a shop and kind of start up a physical location just to reach a wider audience.
Oh, sheesh. Okay. No, I like that. Now when it came to owning something just a little bit bigger, how did that idea come about? Was it to a point where it's like, man, we can't fit everything in here. We need something a bit bigger.
I would say.
It was like a kind of like a dinner conversation. We're just talking. It's like, man, like we should just start a store, but then no one really took us serious because we're just eating, having fun. But then we kind of think about it more and slowly develop, and then start looking at just step by step, look at locations, and then we see like that it's actually possible to like start up a store with like while maintaining relatively low costs. And then yeah, like once the opportunity kind of presented itself to get this unit right close down to White Ave, we just kind of jumped on it and everyone just went on board.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would say what like was the initial starting point was once we finished the Meow Cake store. We had a lot of people talking about it. A lot of customers were like, interested in the idea of like having a shop. And since the prices were so low, it was down by Millwoods, right? It was kind of hidden location similar to right now. And people were coming by and getting some really good deals and telling all the family. So like they kind of picked it up, and we kind of saw that. We were like, oh, there's an opportunity there to, you know, expand the business and turn this into something big, you know.
No, see, I love hearing things like that because it's just showing like it's possible. You know, a lot of people be kind of skeptical. Oh, I feel kind of weird about this, weird about that. Y'all said fuck it and just dove in head first.
It was for sure a step-by-step process. Like we started, like that's why we're starting at this location, just to start small, build a good local client base, and then hopefully, you know, we'll move on to being in malls or being in a bigger location or somewhere closer down to where more people are at. So yeah, but it's definitely like a step-by-step process. But to make this commitment was definitely huge for both of us since we're still in school. But yeah, it was definitely a commitment that we just felt like was worth it, since we just see like we saw how it worked to like grow a client base and how people would just come by and know of us. And yeah, it was just a great feeling to see that happen.
You're both in uni?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I go to McEwen, and he goes to Concordia.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
shit.
finished year 2, and then he just finished year 1. So when we started this, I think he was just graduating high school, and I just finished my first year in university.
So you got school on the side and this is on the other.
Yeah, it was.
How do you maintain?
It's just the hours definitely take a huge hit for it. We open 2 to 7, which usually most stores are open at like 9 a.m., 10
Yeah,
a.m., right? Stuff like that. But yeah, we do take a hit in that because we finish school in the morning. Like me and him are both up 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock going to school, finish at like noon, and then we just come here right away and just stay here till I think 7, 2 to 7, yeah.
Yeah, even there's more after hours even. Like it's not just strictly like the operating hours. You know, there's a lot of behind the scenes, and balancing with school is difficult, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But there hasn't been a point where y'all felt like school's gone in the way, or maybe this has gone in the way of school.
It for sure gets in the way a little bit, and we just balance it. Like during finals week, we had to take a little step back from, you know, doing the reselling. I think we took a week off from selling shoes and just to focus on studies. But yeah, other than that, you do find the time to like do a bit of school and then do a bit of reselling. And if you're busy, we just communicate with each other to like maybe take like an extra day off or certain stuff just to like help balance school.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things. If it's something you really love, you'll find a way to make it work. That type of thing, you know?
Yeah, we both really want to see the shop succeed, so we sacrificed quite a bit to like both be here. So yeah, it's definitely like something that we both want to do later on in our lives.
Yeah, sheesh. Now let me ask you this. Every time I talk to people that have their own shop, the one question I love asking is discounts. You know what I'm saying? When people come in and be like, yo, I've known you for this long, this and that, let me get a little 20, 30%. How do you go about that? Because I know, especially owning something like this, where guys our age usually are in here, they're trying to get it for the cheapest of the cheap. So how do you
Yeah, I mean, like with discounts, like to be honest, we're pretty flexible about that stuff. Like we have a lot of good prices and stuff, but for a lot of first time customers, a lot of people who have a background where they haven't gotten any good deals, like we always work something out. We do coin flips and stuff with customers.
Yeah.
We work
Yeah.
with them. We give them a good bargain. You know, we keep our prices really low.
Yeah, it for sure depends on like the situation. Like for really, really good customers, of course, we always try to, you know, just show our appreciation,
repeat it,
right? Yeah,
repeat it.
you have to like, right, give like $20 off, $30 off, just because they always come support you. You know, there's lots of other options in the city, and they always come to us. And yeah, like it also depends like on how many items or certain someone's taking, or depending on the item, there are items that we're firm on. But yeah, if a guy's taking like 4 or 5 pairs of kicks, like we could for sure work out a deal with him. And yeah, just to show like appreciation back to the community, because people are coming here to support us, and yeah, we got to show some love back.
Now, when it comes to, let's say I'm bringing in Jordan 4s, I'm trying to sell them to you, make bread off of it. How do you check to see if it's real or fake? Because I watch, obviously, I assume y'all know CoolKicks. I watch Rami always, this guy taps it, smells it, puts it to it, does all that. So how do you spot if it's real or not?
The smell test is like a real thing. Like you could actually smell if a shoe is like
Like the glue is what you're smelling?
some fake pairs, they smell like more stinky, like Chinese factories, and real pairs, like it's kind of a weird thing, but we've both smelled like so many shoes, so it's kind of like when we smell a shoe, we could just kind of tell right away. And it's also like, yeah, like when we pick up a shoe, like the material, the feel, the quality, just right away would be like we could just tell whether it's fake or whether it's real. But also at the same time, like I said, we deal with a lot of repeat customers, people who bring us receipts, and then usually when you deal with people like that, it's like they bring in stuff like you just know it's good. So yeah, it's stuff like that. Like we do take our precautions to like make sure everything's authentic. But yeah, for us, it's like we really like at this point, 4 years from just only dealing with shoes, like we can pretty much tell a shoe like by picking it up, just feeling it and knowing if it's real or fake. Yeah. I think it's a similar experience for him.
Yo. I'm gonna make this real quick. I won't hold y'all up. I hope y'all are enjoying the episode. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little bit to tap in with Double Up. But my thing, just because I know how a lot of people attention span are short as hell, for those that, or for the one lucky person that kept watching for this long, maybe like 9-10 minutes into the video, message the first person to send Double Up a message saying Marlo sent me gets $150 off their next purchase at Double Up. That's from me to you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay tuned in, stay tapping in, because I got more like shit on the way. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Boy, Convo Marlo, and I'm out. Again, back to CoolKicks. You know, I assume both of y'all watch it. Is there any inspiration that came from that you added into here, or is it all genuine, like just yourselves?
CoolKicks is, I think, a pretty big inspiration on most resellers, most sneaker stores.
Definitely.
It's just, they're like, their videos, Rami's buying videos, like, like makes us want to like also do huge cash outs. Or CoolKicks, how he went from like one location to like, I think 4 or 5, just new one in Las Vegas right now, or Los Angeles. Yeah, so it's a big inspiration, and they're growing, and like we're kind of trying to follow in their footsteps, start our first location, get in with the local people, and then potentially build on to like different cities, and build a whole brand where people just see us and know us. I think if you watch any CoolKicks?
Yeah, I mean, I watched a couple of CoolKicks videos, and I kind of started reselling, and I understood of how they ran their business. We've applied a couple elements that are similar to how they run their business, but I mean, we also kind of want to make it different, because they do have quite a bit higher prices, but
Definitely.
like we try to keep our prices as low as possible. And that's kind of what we changed, I guess, from their model.
Yeah. No, I like that. And is there, when the way you have all your stuff organized, is it any way specifically? Is it by size, color coordination?
Yeah, I think it's more by condition, and then within the conditions we have the models. So here we have a little section, we call it the 200 under section.
Yeah.
So any pair of kicks you see in here would be $200 and under.
Yeah.
It consists of used, and then over there we have like brand new walls, a whole used section, a Yeezy section. So it is kind of difficult for like to find your size, but we have them more in like models. So if you're looking for a pair of dunks, you can just kind of go to our dunk section and just see like all the available dunks we have there. If you want a pair of Jordan 1s, we have a Jordan 1 section. You just go there. So yeah, we have it more by like models and condition compared to size.
Okay. No, I like that. What's to come later on in this year? When you know what I'm saying? Because I see that recently, that what we just spoke about earlier, that y'all just got back from Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Any more things like that to come, or for now you're staying in the city?
Yeah, I think like we definitely got more trips coming, like for any SneakerCon events like coming up, but that's probably gonna be pretty later on in the year.
Yeah.
I'd say right now we're kind of just focusing on like dominating the local market. We're hopefully planning for a website launch maybe, or something along the lines of like an eBay store, just to kind of get our name out there and boost some sales. And just a lot more. Like we do a couple giveaways. We just recently did a Yeezy slide giveaway. We got more stuff coming just because everybody's been supporting us lately. Like we've been hitting crazy milestones on Instagram.
Yeah, we just hit 4K in like under a month from 3K. So
Early congrats.
that's all. Yeah, we just hit it. We just hit it. So it's a lot of love from the local community.
Definitely.
And yeah, the Toronto trip was a fun experience, but we do have to stay here and just keep building like our local client base. Just because on the 4 days we were gone, we received like so many calls like, yo, where you guys at? Like,
We need
we're at
you
the
here
shop.
ASAP.
Yeah, we're at the shop. Like, we're at
This is crazy.
Yeah, we're at the shop, but no one's here. And so yeah, like we definitely have to stay here for a little while. I think the next trip we'll make out is maybe SneakerCon or something like that. For another bigger event, we'll for sure fly out.
Do y'all feel like the best way to get your business name out there is word of mouth, or is it social media? You know what I'm saying?
For sure depends both. We've had a lot of success with word of mouth. Just being in this location, people say, oh, my friends told me my
White Ave is a hot spot.
White Ave is a hot spot, and people hear like of a new sneaker spot, anything new, right? Like people just come. But we also have a huge social media presence with him. He runs most of the TikTok.
Yeah, I see a lot.
Do you want to touch on the social media? Like,
Yeah, we do quite a bit on TikTok. We kind of hook the viewers a lot with a lot of deals, a lot of promotions and stuff going on. Like we post any new arrivals and whatnot. We keep the customers engaged. Put out some new content for them.
Yeah, I think social media is a huge very important factor in like how we like reach our audience base. But it is kind of up and down. Like certain times when views aren't really doing good, it's kind of hard to reach out more newer customers. But there was that one video for our grand opening. I think we did like 100,000 views.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and then the next day we just had like 30 people lining up for the good deals and stuff. It was like, that was a crazy experience. Like we got here at like I think 11 o'clock. shop open at 1, and there was at 11 there was like 20 people
Already people there.
that were here. They were here earlier than me, and I'm just like walking in. I'm like, yo, guys, like.
Did you expect that? Did you expect any of
See,
that?
we didn't. We put the TikTok out like the day before on like
Yeah.
such late notice. And
Literally the day before.
people just next day, just we woke up, this crazy amount of notifications, and we kind of made a call because we had a guy who told us he was gonna come out early.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yo, there's a bunch of people here," and like we're
Yeah,
holy crap.
we'll just lose. We thought like maybe like 5 people would line up or some,
Yeah.
you know, some calm like that. But they seen like 20 people like 2 hours before the store even opened was, yeah, that was for sure motivating for us. And we had a great day that day on grand opening. It was good.
Ah, that's nice. The last few things I won't keep you up for too long. The last few things I want to ask is the shoe market. You know what I'm saying? I hear days is doing real good, the other days is doing bad. How does that work? Is it like the stock market?
I would say like shoes, like people like to see them like as like things you just put on your feet, but like sneaker culture in general, it's very similar to investments and whatnot because shoes have taken like a huge change in like what they went for. Like shoes a year ago went for different prices than they go now. So like, you know, like the price of them fluctuates a lot. They change value very quick when you have them brand new compared to used. Same thing with like anything that's just like a retro release. They fluctuate a lot.
Yeah, I think the market's for sure changing a lot. Like just especially for sneakers, like market wood I would say is down right now compared to pre-COVID times. Or yeah, COVID times market was really good. Like you could have any release, it'd go for like $100 over retail. You could make like $200-300 off hitting one shoe for retail. Like it was for sure an insane time. But yeah, with the market like changing a lot and changing very quick, you just have to be able to adapt to it. So you just have to buy at a lower price, sell at a lower price, and just stuff like that. And you could just stick with the market. But market would for sure be up and down, just like the stocks. Yeah.
So when it's down, is that bad for you or is it good?
It's for sure bad for us in selling and good for us in buying, because you could buy shoes at like a price you've like never bought before, but you also can't sell it for the price that you used to sell it at. So if you're sitting on a lot of inventory, your inventory kind of goes down, but at the same time your new inventory gets purchased at a price that you're just like, I've never seen prices like these before.
Because one thing I'm doing, I bought the Yeezy socks pods, whatever they call them. I bought like 6 because Kanye he was selling them for like $20, and I got one obviously my size, and I got a few more all the other sizes. I'm just gonna hold them, keep them, and see what happens. Hopefully they go up like the Red Octobers or.
That is yeah,
know?
that it's for sure sneakers is an investment. There's no telling like whether whether a shoe would go up or not, because if it's that easy, like everyone would be doing it.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's a little risk involved, but I'm pretty sure if you just know you bought for the right price, you're in pretty good hands. Because worst case, you just sell it for what you paid, right? Like there's no real loss in it. But yeah, sometimes shoes do go under retail, and that kind of sucks. But you're in a game, you know, you're in a business. You win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
You just hope you win more than you lose.
So my last thing I want to ask is, what's your least favorite shoe, and why is that?
Oh, I think like over time, like I don't know, Panda Dunks. You know, like I used to love them a lot. Now they're pretty oversaturated. Like Nike's been pumping those up like crazy.
Every
Like
time I turn my head, I see them.
yeah, I mean, people hate on them a lot. Like a lot of people wear them still, but I mean, just people have been hating on them so crazy. I think that's probably why they're sitting everywhere.
Yeah, I think Panda Dunks for sure are both for both of us our least favorite shoes. Just because I think that's one of the pairs we lost the most money on.
Jeez.
So yeah, that was a pair that I think we both had.
Yeah.
We've had pairs that we paid like $220, $250 for. Now they go for like $150 maybe.
Fuck.
So yeah, so for both of us, I think that's like our least favorite shoe, just because Nike it went from like a $400 shoe to a $150 shoe in like a year.
Yeah.
Maybe not even. So yeah, that's for sure for both of us like a nightmare shoe.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got to ask. Is there any final things y'all want to say before I wrap this whole thing up?
You gotta make sure to come by support. You know, like we'll treat you right here, guys. We're gonna give you guys good deals. Come support local. You know, like we're not here to make money. We're here to make connections.
Yeah.
Come and support us.
Try to help out. Yeah, we're really trying to get the sneaker market into the local community, because it kind of felt like sneakers have turned into like a luxury item almost over the years. Like people be like, oh, you have to have $500, $600 just to buy like one pair of Jordans. And I don't think that's the case. Like I said, like just here you can see all these shoes that we have for under $200. Some are even like $50, $100. So yeah, it's like sneakers shouldn't be a thing where you have to have money to be able to play the game. If you have a passion towards shoes, you should just be able to get the shoes that you want. So yeah, we're trying to just implement that into like especially Edmonton or just around the Alberta area, just because the options are kind of limited here for a lot of the people. There's only a few select stores, and the retail stores aren't as good as compared to bigger cities. So yeah, we're just trying to get into the local community.
Yes, sir. No, I like that. Well, that's everything I got to ask. You know what I'm saying? I guess you did shout the place out, but did you? You want to put the address? I guess you said the address earlier.
Yeah,
didn't
we
you?
got-
I did. But
Okay,
you check
yes,
out
sir.
Google and everything, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
check out our Instagram.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna be a giveaway soon. We're giving away some free stuff. So if you guys want some free shoes, just make sure to tap
Tap in, tap in. Okay, it's your boy Convo and Marlo.
Auto.
And Omar.
And I'm out.
Say no more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.